In a peaceful village surrounded by lush greenery, there lived a kind-hearted 9-year-old girl named Nayaab. She lived with her loving grandmother, whom she affectionately called Dottie. Nayaab had a special bond with nature. She loved spending her time in the nearby forest, watching the birds build their nests and listening to their cheerful songs. One sunny morning, Nayaab set out to explore the forest as usual. She carried a small basket to collect flowers for Dottie. The forest was her favorite place, filled with towering trees, colorful flowers, and the sound of chirping birds. As Nayaab walked deeper into the forest, she noticed a small bird's nest lying on the ground beneath a tree. The nest was broken, and its delicate eggs were scattered. She immediately knelt down and gently picked up the eggs, her heart aching for the tiny creatures inside. Looking up, she saw a sparrow perched on a branch, chirping anxiously. "Don't worry, little one. I'll fix this," she said softly. Nayaab carefully gathered some soft twigs, dry grass, and leaves. She worked diligently, weaving the nest back together. Once it was ready, she placed the eggs back inside and gently secured the nest on the branch. The sparrow chirped joyfully as if thanking her for her kindness. A few days later, Nayaab returned to the forest to check on the sparrow and its nest. She climbed up the tree to see if everything was fine. To her surprise, the nest now contained not just eggs, but also a small bundle of golden feathers that shimmered like sunlight. Curious and amazed, Nayaab took the feathers home and showed them to her Dottie. The wise old woman gasped. "These are magical feathers, my dear," Dottie explained. "They have the power to fulfill wishes. But remember, they must only be used for good deeds. Misusing them can bring great harm." Nayaab nodded, understanding the responsibility that came with such a treasure. The village where Nayaab lived had been suffering from a drought for months. The river had dried up, and the villagers were struggling for water. Nayaab decided to use one of the magical feathers to help. Clutching a glowing feather in her hands, she closed her eyes and prayed, "Please, let the river flow again so my people can have water." The feather sparkled brightly, and a soft breeze carried her wish to the heavens. The next morning, the villagers were overjoyed to see water flowing in the dried-up riverbed. Nayaab smiled quietly, feeling grateful that she could help. A few weeks later, a strange illness spread in the village. Many people, including children, fell sick. The village healer tried his best, but nothing seemed to work. Nayaab couldn't bear to see her people suffer. She took out another feather and prayed earnestly, "Please heal everyone in my village." The feather glowed brilliantly, and soon the villagers began to recover. Children started playing again, and the elders blessed Nayaab for her unseen kindness. One evening, Nayaab's friend Halima overheard her talking to Dottie about the magical feathers. Driven by curiosity and greed, Halima decided to steal the feathers for herself. Late at night, Halima sneaked into Nayaab's house and reached for the feathers. But Nayaab, who had been awake, caught her in the act. "Halima, why are you doing this?" she asked, hurt and surprised. "I wanted to use the feathers for my wishes," Halima confessed. Nayaab gently held her friend's hand. "These feathers are not meant for selfish desires. They're a gift to help others. Misusing them can bring harm to everyone." Halima realized her mistake and apologized. One day, dark clouds gathered over the village. Thunder roared, and strong winds began to shake the trees. The villagers feared that a devastating storm was about to destroy their homes and crops. Nayaab knew this was the moment to make her final wish. Holding the last golden feather, she stood in the center of the village and prayed, "Please protect my village from this storm." The feather glowed brighter than ever before, and suddenly the storm clouds began to disappear. The skies cleared, and a rainbow appeared, filling the villagers' hearts with hope and gratitude. With the final feather gone, Nayaab felt a sense of peace. She had used the magical treasure selflessly, and her village was safe and happy. The villagers, unaware of the magical feathers, celebrated Nayaab's bravery and kindness. From that day on, the village honored Nayaab with an annual festival, teaching children the importance of helping others. Nayaab learned that the true treasure wasn't the magical feathers, but the love and unity of her community. And so, Nayaab's story became a legend, inspiring generations to come.